Another throwback video from this past Thanksgiving 2025 when I finally got over my fear and I signed up for a race. It was my first race in 2 years. My last race had also been the Detroit Turkey Trot 10K in 2023. So here I was again 2 years later, facing my fear. I was afraid because the course is very long and flat. And as one learns with runner's dystonia, that's supposedly the worst thing for your runner's dystonia. And the race is pretty much half of it is on Woodward Avenue, which, if you know your history, is the first paved street in America. So it is very long and flat and like no turns, just straight. It was fine. It was totally fine. Yeah, and I had some pretty big things to come over for that. Being around people, seeing people that I knew who knew what had happened to me, potentially, because I just disconnected myself from the running community completely because I don't want to be seen in that type of way as the weird broken person, because it's not true. The other thing about this race is that they do it along the parade route, so there's already people there in their lawn chairs, like getting their seats, waiting for the parade to start. So I knew there would be a crowd as well. A little bit worried about the weather, if it was going to snow or not, if things would be slippery. Yeah, I had a lot of anxieties about it, but it all ended up going fantastic. And of course, I wasn't as fast as I was 2 years ago prior. I'll talk about that at the end. But I did pretty amazingly, and it went totally great. And that was a huge hurdle for me to overcome in overcoming my runner's dystonia. TMS was getting back to just being a normal person again and signing up for a race and just doing it because why not? There's nothing wrong with me. I can do it. And I did. That's it. I've decided. I'm going to sign up for the Detroit Turkey Trot 10K. That's the last race that I did 2 years ago. I haven't done a race since. And 2 years ago, I got like third place in my age group. I thought I was going to be back there the next year getting first place because like the first place person was only like 30 seconds or 45 seconds faster than me. And then TMS came and all the things came. But I just did a 10K now. I did a 10K 2 days ago. I'm going to do it. Like, I have to face my fear. I refuse to live in fear. I refuse to live in fear. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go. I'm going to sign up now. I've been going back and forth for the last couple of weeks about it. And you can like do an early packet pickup, which the last day of is tomorrow. So I'm going to sign up today and I'm going to go get my packet. And the race is on Thanksgiving morning. It's Friday. So I've got 6 days to just try and chill because I know all my symptoms are going to flare up even on this run. Like, I was thinking about it. I was visualizing it. I was like thinking about the course. I was like choosing like on purpose, like the hard parts of the roads and routes because it's going to be up and down Woodward Ave, which, if you don't know, is the first paved road in America. So it is straight and flat. So that's the hardest for my symptoms. That's the hardest. And I'm going to do it. I mean, it doesn't matter if I walk. It doesn't matter if I drop out. Like, if I show up, that's going to be a success. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for myself. All right, I got my bib. I got my shirt. At least I get the shirt, not at the end of the race. I get it before I even do the race. So if all else fails, I'll at least have a nice $50 new racing tech shirt. 4 days until the Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving morning, the 10K. Did a run today. I did a lot of visualization. I did some emotional work. I did a little bit of dancing, listening to my music, a nice warm-up walk before I did this run today, because the theme of the next couple of days is to continue to bring down the central nervous system, the allostatic load, the emotional reservoir, what all the TMS gurus say, whatever your name is, for what's going on where everything is stuck in the fight or flight or freeze like I am. And that's it, because it's going to be a fantastic race. I am so excited that I signed up. Actually, yesterday it sold out. So I signed up the day before it sold out. And I wasn't expecting it was going to sell out. I was almost like, because in past years, you can do like same day race registration if you show up like really early in the morning. And I almost left it to that. And I didn't. So I'm so glad I signed up, because I would have been really, really pissed at myself yesterday if I had been on the fence and just had waited until the last possible moment to sign up, because I wouldn't be doing it. So today I was on track to have my fastest 10K, but I was not going to do a 10K today because I'm kind of also doing a little bit of a taper to a lot of resting this week, just taking care of myself, a lot of telling myself that I'm proud, positive self-talk, a lot of visualization. I have such a hard time saying that word. A lot of visualizing of the race and me doing well at the race and how I'm going to prepare for it and how I'm going to feel after, which is probably going to be lots of tears and sobs. Hopefully I won't be having a panic attack in the corral because there's TV cameras. 2 years ago when I did it, I ended up on TV. So don't want to be embarrassed with that. But you know, it's okay if that happens, because that's how sometimes I get all the emotions and the fears out. So it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Definitely having some symptom flaring with anticipating everything, which is to be expected for sure. But felt pretty good on today's run. Felt pretty good. And I kind of did some challenging streets and a couple of hills. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself. I think that went super well. So for the rest of the day, Sunday, it is just going to be chilling. And same for the next couple of days. I will probably do 1 or 2 more runs. I certainly will not run on Wednesday, the day before the race. And I'll probably be crawling out of my skin, but let's save all the energy for the big race day. So thank you, Dr. Sarno. Thank you, TMS. Thank you, Dr. Schubner. Thank you for all the people that have been guiding me. And to be honest, like, signing up for that race and like going and picking up my bib and everything was like, wow, I felt like the old me. It was so weird. I was like, whoa, I'm like actually doing this. It's been almost 2 years where I didn't think something like this was going to be possible. Again, I'm actually doing this. What a good feeling. All right, that was just the dress rehearsal with my turkey hat for the turkey trot. And I'm super overdressed for today because it's gonna be cold, below freezing, and it might snow overnight. So, oh, and winds of like 19 miles per hour. Honestly, it might just be for the best, because then I can just worry about the weather and hate the wind and hate the cold and be shivering, than worrying about my pains or my dystonia or how I look to other people if I'm looking gimpy, or the whole like if I see anyone I know, because I didn't tell anyone that I was doing this. Nope, not a soul except my family, because they're gonna want to know why I'm leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving Day. So there's a lot going into this, but the work is basically done now. Like it's done. I'm not going to run again. Today is Tuesday, so I just did a mile, like shakeout run for a 10K here, and I won't run tomorrow. So I will feel nice and rested and have a ton of energy for Thursday morning. I wore this hat 2 years ago when I did the turkey trot, so I was like just making sure it still felt okay. And I also wasn't totally sure what I was going to do with all my stuff. So I have like these zipper pockets. These are like the best pants. And so let's see, got the car keys, got the AirPods, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna listen to music or not. I'm gonna have my earphones in case I want to. And then my other pocket here is gonna be my phone instead of doing the run belt, so I can just do the bib to it with the safety pins, and it's not so jostly. So anyway, I was trying all the logistics of that because I haven't done anything like this in 2 years. And the other thing I almost did was like, I have like a turkey skirt that I was gonna wear over my pants, but honestly, if you want to go to the bathroom, you shouldn't wear it because it's just gonna get in the way. So truthfully, I just want like minimal stress about this. I don't want to have to worry about like, I don't know, peeing on my turkey skirt or like hitting a porta potty in the middle of a race and like, I don't know, it was very fluffy and you never know what's in a porta potty, like on the seat. No, thank you. And I also will definitely be doing gloves, unlike today. And if my hands get too hot, I throw them in the zippered pockets. These pockets are gonna hold a lot of stuff. Again, something else to think about and feel other than feeling my pain and feeling my dystonia. Honestly, if this is uncomfortable, then like, who cares? I don't know. We'll see about it on Thursday when I'm crying, being like, why did I put all this crap in my pockets and the wind is blowing everywhere and it's freezing and it's snowing and it's slippery. But I'm doing it. I'm so proud that I'm doing it. And I'm like, I'm done. That's it. I just have to show up on Thursday morning. That's it. I'm so proud of myself. So next time I see you, I will be probably having a panic attack, vomiting, hiding in a corner at Huntington Place while I wait for the 10K to start, trying to stay warm, trying to be calm and excited and happy that I am putting myself through this torture, because this is going to be a huge success for my TMS success story. All right, it's 5:53 a.m. and I have parked, and I think that I'm going to walk around with my coffee for a little bit up at Huntington Place and just try to chill, relax, listen to my music, and then I can easily come back down and dump my coffee cup back here and kind of do my final race preparations and yeah, get ready for the cold and the wind. It's so terrible this morning and it snowed last night. Yeah, so we'll see how the conditions are. At least it gives me something else to think about other than my TMS symptoms, like the uncomfortable wind and like the cold. So here we go. I have my wired headphones so my AirPods don't run out of batteries in case I use them in the race. Generally, I don't like to do that with like city races because you really got to be aware of your surroundings, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to need my music to like pump me up and get through some hard moments here. So we'll see. So where the secret bathrooms are up here, and it's also quieter and away from people. This is for sure a nice long hallway that I can do some warm-up walking on. God, that's creepy. Ugh. There's the finished shoot out there. I'm not going out to film it. It's too cold. All right, it's 6:20, so I have like almost an hour before I walk out to the corral. Probably a little less. And I'm just gonna sit for a little bit because it's a long time. I changed locations. I went back upstairs again. I have a feeling I just need to like feel the feels for a little bit here. So I just wanted to be in a more private place. That's a nice little allowing practice in public. Oh my God, the tears. It felt good though. Feeling the fear, feeling all the feels right now. But I'm ready. I'm ready. A little bit, I'm gonna go back to the car and then it's gonna get real. It's like a fun race for everybody else. Like, oh, the Turkey Trot. It's like a family event, and there's like strollers and kids. There's so many little kids here. It's awesome. And I'm here like treating it like it's like, I don't know, the Boston Marathon. I'm like freaking out. Okay, for some reason I got into the corral and then I like just didn't film anything else. I shouldn't even say for some reason. Like I was scared then, okay? So I just like completely forgot about filming. Because when you get in the corral, they have like the TV cameras and they have like it's like it's on the local news and they're like interviewing people and stuff like that. And there's this whole thing with this race. I think it's probably in like other turkey trots or like Santa Jingle Bell runs where there are these guys, they wear like Speedos and like they usually wear like, I don't know, Christmas themed pajama pants, and they like sort of like disrobe themselves like right before like the race starts, and they run like just in Speedos, like no shirt or anything, even though it's like freezing. So like they're showing the Speedo guys, and usually you try to like get close to the Speedo guys so you'll end up on the TV camera, which like happened to me, which is pretty cool. So the second time I was on TV at the start, and I was thinking too originally I was going to be like hiding in the back of the corral because I was like really nervous of people like running behind me, because I haven't ran around people in years. Like I just haven't, like not since that race 2 years ago. And it still can make me nervous at times when people are like coming up behind me. But then I got in the crowd. I'm like, no, I'm just going to stand in the middle of the crowd. Like it's not very crowded. There's not a lot of people around me. Like I know I'm going to run at a decent pace. I'm not going to be like in the front with all like the boys running like 5-minute miles, but I'm like, I'm gonna just stand in the middle like a normal runner and just go. So anyway, I did a little couple like warm up runs front and back, but I just didn't film anything. So I don't have anything from the start. So here's the end of the race. This means more to me than like anyone else here. It's more than anyone else. Infinite bagels and infinite bananas. Oh my god. Look at all of them. I'll personally go with something a little lighter, like a granola bar, because it's Thanksgiving and it's about to be a big meal at home. All right, I'm getting cold really, really quick, so I gotta go back to my car and I will do more recap of this later on today, because I gotta get back home. It's Thanksgiving. But I think I haven't checked the results yet. I think I got like a 48-minute 10K, like a little over 48 minutes, which is great. Not how I used to be, but hell, I have a severe case of TMS and chronic pain and runner's dystonia and like 400 other things that like made this seem like an impossibility for the last like almost 2 years. So holy shit, I did it. My pain was great during the run. My dystonia was great during the run, even though it was like the most challenging. Not even though, I shouldn't say even though, like this was like probably the most challenging course I could have chosen for my dystonia, because it's just all flat and straight. And supposedly dystonia likes variability, and there was no variability except a couple of turns. So I just kept calm. I was like in the groove for the first mile. I did not listen to music because there's like a lot of turns and there's a lot of congestion with people, and definitely some people cut me off and it was kind of scary, but it was okay. And then after the first mile, I turned my music on and it was great. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can check the results real quick while I hide in the corner here. All right, they're not posted yet. Usually they have like a QR code, but I didn't see one. So whatever, I'll check later. This was a huge success, and man, I thought my TMS was going to get the best of me. I was so scared of this, but like, I knew it had to be done. Okay, here come the tears. I thought I was going to collapse at the finish line into tears, but I didn't. I held it together. I was like, I cannot cry at the finish line because people are going to think I'm injured and hurt. But no, I'm not. I am not broken. I am healthy. I am strong. I refuse to live in fear. I will not let the obsessions ruin my life, and I am proud of myself. Those are the things that I keep saying to myself over and over again, and I totally proved it today. Damn, I'm so glad that I did this. And the weather wasn't that bad. It was windy at a couple points, so it was like, I made it pretty hard, but it wasn't that cold. And it wasn't slippery, it wasn't snowy, so this is perfect. Like, this is, I couldn't ask for anything else. I promise you, whatever your TMS prevents you from doing, I promise you that you can do it, because there's no way that I thought I could do this ever again. Like, never again. I thought that for so long. What is this mark behind me? There's like a mark on the wall. Whatever. I'm just trying to hide in the corner so I don't look like a weirdo talking to myself, which people are looking at me anyway. Hello. All right, I'm going back to the car. Get out there and do something, whatever it is. I promise you. Eat that piece of pizza, eat that taco, go to the grocery store, go back to work, run a 10K. You can do it. You can do it. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. I'm so proud of myself. All right, so I had not known what my official time and what my placement was when I left off at the end of the video. And of course, we went right back into having Thanksgiving and everything at home, but I had gotten the results that afternoon because it took for them a couple of hours to do. And I ended up running a 48-minute and I think 1 second, so like 48 minutes, pretty much on the nose, 10K, which was, I think, like a, I don't know, 7:46 average pace, something like that. Not as fast as I was 2 years ago, but still pretty freaking awesome. And, I was being, kind of conservative, and I wasn't like racing it. I was just going to do the best that I could and try to go decently fast and make myself proud. But I wasn't like trying to get first place because I knew that wasn't going to happen. But guess what? I got 5th in my age group. And 2 years before, I got in 3rd in my age group. And that was with, I think, like a sub 45-minute 10K. So yeah, only dropping 2 places for having a neurological disorder that like prevents you from running is not bad. So blah, blah, blah. That's not the important part. The important part is that I faced my fears and I just freaking signed up for it and I went for it and it went way better than I could imagine. I did a lot of visualizations in the days leading up to it. I did a lot of practice on similar conditions to what I thought the pavement would be like on Woodward Avenue. I, made my playlist that was like perfect. Fortunately, I already knew exactly what the race was like and, like the parking situation and like where the starting corral is and where the porta potties are and all that. So I was well prepared for it and it paid off. It went so fantastic. So, once the spring comes, the summer comes, I hope to do more races in the future. But that was really like, we had Thanksgiving and then literally that Sunday, it started snowing and we have not had snow since then. And it's February 26th. If you see my other recent videos, the winter has tested me like no other, but I got through it and I conquered it. So, but no races here in the Midwest. No races I want to do. At least I'm not risking it for it being icy. No, thank you. Oh, I can wait. I can wait. So thank you for watching. I hope that if you are having that fear about getting back into racing, just try it. Just do a 5K, man. You can walk it. For sure you can walk it. You can walk it faster than a whole bunch of other people, I'm sure. You can run it. You can run it and be just totally fine. You can be totally fine. It's really a fear that you're going to have to overcome to like get over your runner's dystonia, because you have to hammer home to yourself that there is nothing wrong with you. You are a normal person. You are a normal runner. You're just going through something right now and you're going to get over it, and it's just a rough patch and you're going to move on. So a way to do that is just acting like a normal person and doing normal person things, like signing up for your local turkey trot. You can do it. I promise. Keep up the work.